All right. Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey. I'm Shorty.
And I'm Travis. We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead tonight.
We've been on a hiatus for a minute. We're back with a vengeance.
We're also going to break down the top shelf whiskey tonight.
Well, that's questionable, but let's see.
The whiskey tonight is called LARCENY. It comes from San Francisco. They do Elijah Craig. They also do Devin Williams. It's a very, very tasty bourbon, and I cannot wait to drink some of it.
Yep.
What episode are we breaking down tonight, Shorty?
We are breaking down episode 10, season 10, episode 9?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's titled
Squeeze. I love the title.
Right.
Squeeze.
Or Squeeze, how do we do? However we float your boat.
What just happened? All right.
Cheers to the view.
Y'all.
I'm taking that away. I'm taking the board away. It didn't fucking help.
I know. I got my cheat sheet board back, and now I'm gonna start off with. So watching the little prequel to the episode. I'm mad at Carol.
Shorty hates Carol.
And it didn't go away.
She used to be Rob Carol.
I got more mad as the episode went on. I got more mad.
Is she going the way of Andrea? Are they just making her pissed off at her so we can just get rid of her easier? Like, I don't understand what's going on with Carol.
Okay, but from comics,
Uh-huh.
she's not going away, right? Like, you've never once mentioned from comic book experience that she's going away.
She's not really the character she is. I mean, it's different.
I don't know. So, Carol everything up. The entire episode.
Just like the beginning of the season.
we left the last season where she is so hyper focused on going after Alpha that she puts everyone in danger, and we open with everyone in effing danger, and it doesn't change the entire episode.
Yeah, in episode 8, we saw them all inside a cave. They were all kind of the cave was dark, zombies everywhere. This was part of the horde. We don't know if Gamma led them there. We know Alpha, they followed Alpha in there, but still kind of a question to us on how this actually transpired. Obviously, it was a cliffhanger for us, but they all found a way out of the cave, or they found a way around the cave to get to a place where they could get out.
So, I just have to say, I was so stressed with Jerry. I was so stressed with Jerry. There's not a whole lot of episodes where I will throw down and cry, right, Glenn? Glenn. So I really thought that Jerry was going to get the axe because there was things at the last season where he might have been a goner. He wasn't a goner.
Shorty has a soft spot for Pacific Islanders.
Who doesn't?
Everybody does.
By the way.
Jesus.
But I was stressed. And even like Carol's claustrophobia thing, I wasn't buying in. Like, I'm irritated with Carol. So it was hard for me to buy into everything that she did. I can't buy in anymore.
So the group, Connie, Magna, Kelly, everyone's just searching around in the dark, right? I mean, they have a lantern, they have matches, but just very few resources. So they're trying to preserve them because that's all they're going to have. They start making their way through the cave, jumping from rock to rock. It gets really scary to the point that they're just literally, if you one wrong hand spot, you fall down to a pit of zombies. So they're taking this pretty easy. And then we get a little turn where Negan and Alpha have a heart-to-heart. And
we took a big turn.
And Negan wins the affection of Alpha.
So let me ask you, being comic book, show, everything related, the thing with Negan, is he trying to get into that horde, or is he what is the deal with Negan?
So the comic books do not dictate the show.
Sorry, I've heard that.
The comics don't dictate the show. They kind of have a storyline, like a vague skeleton what they're gonna do. In the comic books, we all know by now that Negan and Alpha have a little romantic thing, but it's for an end.
Socks on.
And I don't think that Negan is trying to gain the power of the Horde of the Whisperers. I think that Negan's doing this deep undercover.
What's his point?
Because
do you think he's going to come back to the good guys eventually?
Yeah, I think he will.
I do too.
I think he loves Judith and he loves the group, and all he wants to do is give them a reason to believe in him again. At least to let him be a person again and not just this worker bee, which he doesn't mind being. I'll tell you that much. He doesn't mind it. But I think that he's doing this to prove to the group, you know what? It's been 8 years. I've been through some shit. I was a bad fucking person, but I'm here now to own up to my shit and be part of this team.
Oh,
Go
well,
Negan.
What?
Team Negan.
So jump to Zombie Love.
Zombie Love.
No.
We still have
No.
the collapse to talk about first.
No. That is, I love it. But you actually, on our Facebook page, which you all should fucking follow. So we talked about socks on, socks off. And I was like, face on, face off. What the fuck is the problem here? That's terrible. It's awful. There's no.
So Alpha walks
I know,
Negan
please.
away from the group
No.
we think to punish him, right?
No.
She kind of talks to
There
him.
was no way, by the way, that was going to happen. We knew that going in.
We don't know. Alpha, she punches a lot of people even for doing good things. She kind of has a way of using positive reinforcement with negative.
I actually feel that they led up to a weird sexual tension. I really do feel that from the last season.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, well, obviously Negan swing his rope around all the time, talk about how big he is down there, and try to throw who he is, his gravitas, as we might say. But literally, as he was walking in front of Alpha, he thought he was being led to being killed, and literally he was kind of giving his last rites to himself, I used to be something, I made something, and basically was saying I'm not going to go out like this. And then right at the end, she goes, take off your clothes. And he's just they're going to kill me naked. And then takes his clothes off, he turns around, and alphas are kind of out there, and she says, you're a crass man, you deserve a crass reward. And so basically she gives him sex to report him for what he did in turning in Gamma.
So do we feel like Gamma's going to offer any information prior to she's going to get caught? It's going to be awful. I get it. So do we feel like for season going forward, is Gamma going to be able to offer our good guys any information?
About the information, it's not the point that she can offer it. It's how much do they trust her at this point, right? She goes, hey, every main character in your show is in the cave right now. They're like, bullshit, fuck you killed them off. I don't think they're going to trust Gamma.
And they're not dead, right? They're not.
They don't know, but they don't know they're not dead. They've been
dead.
gone for a while.
Okay, so I got to go back. So Carol and Daryl's relationship now. Fucking Carol. She made me so mad. The previews leading up to this, and then seeing the shit up to this episode, she made me so mad. She didn't support. I was fucking mad when we walked away from this episode too. I'm just mad at her. I'm so mad at her.
So, in part of this episode, there's a part where there's a collapse in the cave, right? So someone finds some dynamite. I believe it's Kelly finds some dynamite, and Jerry says, "Go put that back where you found it. This is very temperamental dynamite. It's been very old." So, obviously Carol, thinking who the fuck she is, Miss Gung Ho, takes a stick of this, leaves the group, and goes to go light it and drop it on some zombies. She fucking almost kills herself, falls off the rock, drops it down, and when she drops it, sets off an eruption, a collapse.
But Daryl gave her one more chance. You gonna be honest with me? That cave talk that they had going on, you gonna be honest? And she wasn't. He had to go find her fucking again.
Right. So the cave was
done with Carol.
The cave was collapsing, and Jerry's holding up this Hulk status rock. Someone can climb up out of it. Everybody gets out, right? Everyone gets out except for Connie and Magna. And so they go down there to get her, and at the time they do that, the whole thing shuts down. You see the whole thing just collapse down. You don't see Magna or Connie die. You don't see them in any kind of pain. But you see where they were standing is now 10 feet below where they were standing.
Rebel.
So, yeah.
But Daryl, bless his fucking heart, dude, trying to dig him out.
Trying to dig him out. They said, let's just stop doing it. We can't save them if we're still here. Even Kelly says, we can't save everybody else if we're still here. So even Kelly processes the death of her only friends there. She processes the death of Magna and Connie like this. You know what? We can't let them die in vain. We have to go back and tell everybody else.
So what does this season hold? So we know that Michonne's leaving at some point, right? That's been alluded to. So and so none of this preseason, or season opener? Season opener.
Premiere.
None of it, thank you. None of that dictated what was going to happen for the rest of the season. So we know that Michonne's going to exit. We know that Maggie's probably fucking coming back.
Yes, she'll be back in the episode.
So what's your prediction? We've never done this, by the way, so what's your prediction for the season?
My prediction is, since Michonne will be in the movies, Michonne's gonna go off looking for Rick. So she's gonna find some kind of like evidence that leads you to believe Rick is somewhere. She's gonna go out and try to find Rick. Maggie comes back after the Horde comes in from Alpha and basically comes as a savior to help bring in some people to help them out. The conflict between Daryl and them kind of gets bigger, and I think that Negan comes back with a present that makes them all trust him more, but gives Beta a fury with the vigor of the death of 10 sons.
Do you feel that Carol and Daryl, their relationship is going to be solidified or demolished?
Liquid, it's done. Done. He said, I don't know who you are anymore. Like, I can't even protect you because I can't even think how you're thinking. Like, everything you've done have just, you've proven me wrong. Like, I want to be there for you. I don't even know you anymore. He says, he's like, I'm done with this.
So
he washed his hands with Carol.
I'm going to end this review with Jerry lived, and I was just so you know, like a hot, like standing up, a mess, thinking he was going to be a goner.
R.I.P. Jerry.
I know, but it didn't happen. So I'm good. But I didn't think that it gave a lot. I thought again it was dark cinematography in this.
Yes, it was very dark.
So we didn't get a whole lot from this, but at some point they got to tie up some loose ends.
Well, you know, a season premiere should always tie up the loose ends of the last season, but literally this being the mid-season show, it would tie up the last season. The cliffhanger was so big. They're all out now. 2 people aren't out, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, it's got a good footing. It's got a good start. Let's see where it goes.
All right, cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all. Good
Happy
review.
zombie season. I know. Paul's like, where's my shot?
Larceny. All right. Want to take a breather?
He said,
Listen when you're ready. The whiskey we did tonight is called Larceny. The 92 proof, 1870 bottle. It's delicious. Larceny is distilled in Louisville since 1935. They've been brewing it for a very long time. They also do Elijah Craig, Evan Williams, famous bourbons.
lots of alcohol.
Yes.
Lots.
Yes, good distillery.
Really wide known brand.
When I smell this, taste this, I get like banana bread notes. I mean, I'm smelling brown sugar, oak spice. One thing, like any good brandy, any good bourbon, you want it not to be hot, and it's not hot. It tastes good. It tastes like it aged a very long time. Bourbon takes about 5 years to actually be a bourbon. This says almost 10. It's actually a really good bourbon here, and we did really good picking Larceny out.
I have mine mixed because y'all, if you don't follow the show, I have to mix something in mine. But
So relax with Coke for sure.
I do enjoy. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.